government of Jamaica has embarked on a comprehensive economic program aimed at progressively raising the rate of real GDP and per capita income growth. The strategy is in alignment with the country's 4-year extended fund facility with the International Monetary Fund, IMF. In tandem with this, the country has to be fiscally prudent while in pursuit of a credible economic program. To do this, some spending habits have to be reformed, and the Ministry of Education is actively supporting this process.
The Ministry of Education has identified several areas where we can achieve savings and efficiencies and better spend the education dollar.
So what are some of these areas? To date, the Ministry of Education has indicated that 440 schools are overstaffed by approximately 100 teachers. Through a program of structured attrition, the ministry is implementing a freeze on the hiring of new teachers in those overstaffed schools. This will allow the number of existing teachers to decline over time due to retirement and other everyday factors, producing valuable budgetary space to implement other critical educational developments.
Nearly 55 billion of the education budget is spent on remuneration. This is as it should be, but we have to make sure the public gets value for this huge spend.
The government is expected to realize savings of $223 million over the next 2 years through the redeployment of teachers.
We know, for example, if we use underdeployed teachers to replace those who are retiring, in one region alone we can save $90 million a year. Can you imagine when it is applied over the whole system?
Big savings is what would result. But just as importantly, the policy supports the equitable deployment of highly trained teachers across the entire education system. As part of this strategy, the ministry is encouraging the voluntary relocation of teachers.
So far, 100 and more have agreed to be relocated, and this covers all regions and schools. This is a good, and all types. This is a good start, and we trust that many more will understand that the idea of relocation is not punitive, but rather it is to correct a system that is unsustainable.
Aligned to the policy of teacher redeployment is the standardization of the student-teacher ratio. The Ministry of Education has worked out a formula that will deliver a greater return on its investment. This rebalancing of the student-teacher ratio will be ongoing and will conclude when the objectives are achieved. In previous years, the government paid $2.5 billion annually to afford teachers the benefits of study and vacation leave. This is being reformed to contain public spending and enable the country to be in a better position financially. Adjustments have been made to the entitlement of paid study leave granted to the nation's teachers this year.
This year, we are kindly inviting teachers who wish to do further studies to do so by pursuing courses during vacation time and by part-time and distance education. Study leave requiring absence from the classroom will not be approved except in special circumstances. It is no use building up entitlements for which there is no cash to pay.
Other measures include restructuring the current scholarship programs into separate need-based and merit-based components, instituting greater cost recovery at the tertiary level, then paying back your student loans on time, and more. All of these measures are part of the government's determination to be more fiscally prudent and forms part of the 5 strategic priorities for the 2013-2014 fiscal year. Let's continue on our path to growth and development.
One of the imperatives of the education system is to be prudent, avoid excess and waste, and to do more with what we have.